Yeah, it's going down, you know. Right up the street here in Woodward, you know, downtown now with Gilbert buying all these buildings up, it makes you think about opportunities and when it was lost, you know. My pops and his crew back in the day, you know, they were getting crazy money. Some of their advisors of the Goldfarb Construction Company and Goldfarb Bail Bondsman Company told them to buy the Fife building right there next to the Fox Theater. I think they wanted like 800,000 bucks. But, you know, Pops and them, you know, it's that street mentality. You know, they were really smart at what they did, but they just didn't see the big picture. So they decided to pass on the Fife building. I think now the building's worth about 20 million bucks. So, you know, when opportunity knocks, in fact, they wanted to do a shoe store. They didn't want the whole building. They said, hey, can't we just buy the first floor and do a shoe store there? Same kind of thing, so right, that was 40 years ago. Right now in the African-American community, we still interested in owning shoe stores instead of owning high-rise buildings, you know. So don't nothing change, don't nothing change. Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years. You know, that's of course a great line from the famous poet LL Cool J. Kind of reminds me of Detroit, you know. Don't call it a comeback. Detroit's been here for years. The city is over 300 years old, you know. The French founded this fort, actually, or trading post some 310 years ago. So I don't think when people talk about is Detroit gonna disappear, well, that's not gonna happen. Detroit's gonna thrive again because A, it's got the best freeway system in the country. It's got an international border with Canada. And it's got, within 100 miles of it, 3 of the best universities in the country. I think the better question is, what is the plight of the African-American population of Detroit? Are they gonna be a part of this new renaissance? Or are they gonna be pushed to the outskirts of the city, then eventually displaced in the city? I think that's the main question. The answer to that is, it's in the hands of the African-American community in Detroit. But the African-American community in Detroit has to kind of be mature about this. We need an influx of immigrants. Immigrants bring jobs, they bring entrepreneurship, they bring families, they bring kids. Kids that can repopulate our school districts, kids that eventually will grow up and repopulate our abandoned neighborhoods. So again, you know, I really want the people around the United States to don't count Detroit out, don't call it a comeback. We've been here for years. And for the Detroiters who are here, particularly the African-American Detroiters, don't be afraid of change. In Detroit and nationwide, we gotta really start being adult about these things. Other ethnic groups are not our enemies. Immigrants are not our competition. Every day they're printing money all over the world. It's just time for us to get our house in order and be a part of this new Detroit, buy up some of this prime real estate, start opening up some businesses in our own community so that we can employ our own people. Take pride again in our education. And hey, as LL said, and then all they'll say is, Mama said knock you out. Just some food for thought again from the good people at Big Boss Filmworks, High Exposure Consulting, proud sponsors of the GOZ Getting Off Zero project. Peace.